welcome on post-game press conference after Basketball Champions League game between Nymburk and RASTA Vechta. Nymburk won 93-74. Now we have here team RASTA Vechta with coach Martin Schiller and player 𝗪𝗘𝗠𝗘. Please, we start with player 𝗪𝗘𝗠𝗘. What is your opinion about today's game?
Personally, I felt like Nymburk wanted it more. You can kind of tell from the beginning of the tip. They were really aggressive. They were playing really hard, and they punched us in the mouth, and we didn't respond until the second half. But at that point in time, the game was already kind of in their hands, and we tried to bounce back, but it was already too late. You can tell that they already had the energy and the momentum. So that's what I feel how the game went.
Your team started quite good to the game, but what happened then? Nymburk takes so big lead to halftime.
I just feel like I said, it felt like we weren't ready to play. We knew that they needed this, they wanted this in order to have a secure spot for the next round, and we also needed this because we dug a hole for ourselves, but it still felt like we were a little bit lackadaisical, and by the time that we turned it up, it was a little bit too late. We tried, but like I said, they already had the momentum, and they already put their foot to the gas pedal at that point, and we tried to make a comeback, but it was a little too late.
And when you came back in that quarter, it was like 6 points, I think. Did you feel that your team can go to the lead and turn the game?
Yeah, for sure. At that point in time, we never lost hope. That's the reason why we came back. Even though they had a big lead, but we never felt like we were out of the game. We tried to just regroup and give ourselves a chance, which we did. But like I said, at that point, we just kind of ran out of gas. We made a couple of mistakes towards the end, and they took advantage of that.
You said never give up. Now you are 3-0 in the group, but still 3 games in your hand. So do you still thinking about change your position in the group?
Yeah, like you said, we still have 3 games. I mean, it hasn't been said that we're out, so we still feel like we still have a chance. We're still going to regroup. We're still going to fight as hard as we can, and we understand that we still have 3 games, and it's not the end of the world at this point. Yes, it's kind of like tough at this point because we are down 0-3, but it's not over. We don't feel like it's over.
So in 2 weeks, it will be a big fight between us.
Yeah, must win.
Okay, thank you. You can go to shower if you want.
Thank you.
And coach, please, now your opinion about this game.
I think Lloyd said some things that are absolutely true. We didn't understand to play with the physicality in the first half. Thought we picked that up drastically in the second half, especially in the third quarter. I think we lost the second half by 1 point, so there was a clear adaptation. Now, obviously, in order to give yourself a chance to win a game like this, you have to understand that the physicality that this game is played with in Champions League is a different level, and you got to understand it quicker.
The same question like on Lloyd, it's 0-3 for you in the standing of the group, but do you keep the words to never give up?
No, for sure. There's no question about that. So it's going to be the next game for us. It's a little different than with Nymburk. Our competition in Germany is different. This is not disrespectful by no means, but Nymburk, in comparison to most other teams in Czech, is very strong because they're very strong in Champions League, right? So I think there's a different focus. So there is no question. By answering your question, we don't give up. For us right now, the focus will be very fast on Saturday's game in the league. We go game by game.
You also had to do some changes in the roster. So do you think that like into second part of the group, maybe team chemistry and everything will be better?
Yeah, we bank on that. We bank on that. There's a lot of movement for sure within our group, and there has been from the get-go. But you know, it's also a question of narrative, and for us, our narrative is not to talk about that, because we're not an excuses organization. So for us, it's all about the level of compete rate. You know, so for me, it sounds a little bit bad to say, like, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, it matters big time. But for me, it's much more a very disappointing first half, and due to the fact that we couldn't compete with the physicality, and it took us a half to pick that up, and that doesn't have a lot to do with new bodies, you know. So that's how we see it. You know, we try to coach in the moment and try to make the guys better, and we're not going to talk about any excuses there on movement.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
We will be back with the second part. We are back with second part. Now we have here Aero Basketball Nymburk with coach Francisco Tabellini and players Steven Brown. Steven, you first. What is your opinion about today's game?
I think we fought, even though the scores may make it seem like it was an easy win, but you know, RASTA, made it hard for us in the beginning, and in the second half they went on a run. So I mean, it definitely was a hard-fought victory from beginning to end.
You have experience from Germany. It was maybe like bigger game for you to play against Germany team.
Just kind of understanding the style to play, up tempo style to play, good guard plays. We knew that going in, that it was going to be aggressive guards, and they came out and did that. But I think we did a great job of trying to keep them out the paint and make them uncomfortable in situations.
There was a lot of really nice plays, some really crazy dunks. So team want to enjoy the game. Today it looked like that you are enjoying the game.
Yeah, I mean, when we just try to play to our identity as much as possible and just try to be aggressive on the defensive end. A lot of guys stepped up defensively, which led to easy dunks and just having fun on the offensive side. And
you was hit to the eye, but still with this injury you were able to score, I think, 10 points in the last quarter. So it's nothing bad.
No, I mean, shout out to the doctors and getting me back out there and making sure I was okay to go back out.
Mm-hmm. Now it's 3-0 in standing of the group. So how are you enjoying this fact that maybe now we really fight for the first place?
Yeah, I mean, we've been enjoying it and wanting to continue to push ourselves and see how far our potential can go. So I mean, 3-0 to get it in the first round, it's good. It's a good feeling going into the the second round of the BCL.
And in 2 weeks it will be a rematch with RASTA Vechta in Germany. Do you think that they will fight for revenge?
I mean, yeah, I mean, you kind of just expect that. Any competitor, you know, you play a team again, you know, you want to win, and it's in their home gym. So, but we expect another fight going there as well.
Okay, thank you. You can go to shower if you want.
Thanks.
Now, coach, your opinion about game?
Good evening, everyone. I think today was tougher, let's say, task for us comparing to former 2 games in BCL, because we played at home, and after being 2-0, the level of expectations raised, and it's not easy to play home when you were embracing the underdog mentality, and you know, and then all of a sudden everybody expected us to win. It's totally different kind of approach, and that's the reason why I'm very proud of the mental strength that my team proved of being capable. I have in my mind a couple of moments in the game. The first one is the beginning of the game. We were full of energy. We were aggressive, but we had a couple of mistakes, and they were hitting all the shots. I think they started with amazing percentages. I think they hit 5 threes at the very beginning of the game, and nobody backed up. Nobody had doubts. We just kept pushing and kept believing the system and trying to just go as far as we could and as hard as we could. That's the first moment of the game. And then the second moment of the game when Vechta, which is let's say a very competitive team, which is a little bit struggling, but I can wish they will be good as soon as possible. Maybe not against us a couple of weeks, but all the other games, I think they would deserve. When they fought back and they came back. Like short distance, the game became, let's say, tight, and the team kept their, let's say, composure. We didn't lose, let's say, our trust, our confidence, and we. I would say that we were a little bit nervous. They were hitting shots. We were missing free throws and we were missing layups, but. We were nervous, but not frustrated, which is thin, but huge, but important difference, and that's proved great mentality, and that's the thing that I'm most happy about. Last, I think I'm not usually naming players because we're trying to play collective basketball as much as possible. But I think tonight, 2 players which are not, let's say, visible in the stats, which are Van der Illik and Nymburk, they really changed the game with their dedication, with their commitment, with their intensity, with their defense, with their toughness. I think Vanda brought back us in the game at the beginning. With the steal, the dunk, it gave everybody great confidence, and then Thailand, who was struggling during the game, then it kind of closed the game with the block and then the dunk, and I just want to mention them because you know, like someone who could read the stats would not notice them, but they were very important.
Mm-hmm. And also Jaromír Bohačík did them really tough problems with his physicality. Was he also important in the part of the games when...
Sorry, David, who you said?
Jaromír Bohačík.
Yeah, Bocci, but Bocci is pretty visible in the stats.
Yeah.
So I think Bocci is. I don't have to say it's not me. That like his career, his talent speaks by itself, and like he did what Bocci does. yeah, I'm happy about this performance, but I think, I didn't mention because, like I think everybody saw Stephen, and that's more visible, and but also Bocci and Stephen, like their defensive approach, their commitment, and the fight they gave for the 50-50 balls was really remarkable. So it's not just the baskets, and as you said, probably because I didn't hear you well. So it's everything.
And I think that Nymburk will be also visible on social network with his dunk.
Yeah, at least. That is the right reward for what he did. Yeah.
Did you enjoy that moment?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, honestly, I enjoyed it. But so far, I would say I'm enjoying the whole season. So we just, as I said, we just have to keep feeding the chip on our shoulders, keep behaving like we are, keep pushing ourselves, the practices, all the games, with the approach, with the dedication, and I think we are doing good. So let's keep it up.
Now 17 wins in the row, first in the standing in Champions League. So it was what you planned during the summer?
No, I said also lately in an interview, because they asked me about the metaphor to describe our season, and it was not me. They asked because I'm not a philosopher, and so. And I said that it's like a flower which you were, let's say, raising and and feeding, and then it blossomed and it's prettier than expected, and then but it's just the flowers. I think it's still a flower. We're waiting for the fruits, and we keep watering the plant. This is the thing.
And last question: how did you enjoy atmosphere
here
in Prague?
Honestly, it was amazing. It was amazing, and I think well deserved from the team. But amazing. I think it's way easier for us to play in front of such a crowd, and a crowd which is, let's say, behaving like the sixth man on the floor. And so I want to thank them. I really appreciated and enjoyed, and so thanks also to our owners, which they wanted to give a show to these people. Everything was nice. I think everybody that came enjoyed the atmosphere, the environment, and I would like to repeat this experience as soon as possible, as soon as we will play here again.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's everything from our side.